Hello, everybody. I just want to start out by thanking everybody that reached out to Doggo Card Reviews. I really appreciate you showing them some love and, giving them my comment about how to improve their videos. So, really appreciate it. I think you're awesome for doing it. I didn't expect that many people would do it. And again, thank you for fulfilling my request of a lifetime. If you've never watched that show, you should know that request of a lifetime is like drinking water. You do it a lot. So I don't foresee myself asking a lot of, making a lot of requests, but again, that was kind of the joke in there if you've ever seen the show. Next, I'm going to be talking about a Japanese set. Normally, I don't do this. I might actually start doing it more because it's actually cool to see the other side of Weiss Schwarz outside of English. But the reason why I'm doing this today is because it's going to lead me into tomorrow's video. I'm going to record it all in one time, but I need to chop it in two pieces because it's going to lose its meaning if I leave it as one. And what we're going to be talking about here today then is DanMachi, otherwise known as Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? I love this show. I think it's great. If you haven't seen this show, it's basically imagine yourself in a MMORPG that you cannot leave. You're actually living in it forever. And it has a strong sense of the whole guild mentality, teamwork kind of thing. You're in what they call a familia or family. And, so it's like Sword Art Online, but Sword Art Online, technically, you'd be able to log out and go back to your real world life. And I thought about this. I remember when I talked about Sword Art Online, I said before where I think it would be cool to be in Sword Art Online just because, you're the ultimate gaming for me is being able to put on that helmet, or maybe not even have to put on a helmet, but laying in bed and being immersed into it, into a world, right? Not like the virtual reality that we have now where you still have to move. I kind of would just want to lay in a bed, play the game, play an MMORPG, and then hit the logout button and go to sleep, do whatever I want to do. But this version of show, you can't log out. You're living in it. And I'm like, do I actually want to live that kind of life? And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't want to live that life. I don't want to have to fight monsters or be freaked out or be poor and have to work really hard. And I don't think they have air conditioning, so I do not want to live in that kind of world. Anyways, DanMachi. So this thing is coming out November 26th, 2021. It is a pretty popular show. It's on, I believe it was the third season that I just saw. Not just saw it, it was months ago. But it was pretty good. They had a vampire in this latest season, basically a vampire, I think. And I remember that it just reminds me of Bleach, where there's basically the arc with the vampires. I don't know, something about vampires I'm not really into. I know a lot of people quit Bleach because of that arc, but overall that season was pretty good. A lot of things happened that I didn't see coming, which is always a positive. Anyways, back to Weiss Schwarz, we have a trial deck. So this thing is coming out with a trial deck, and it's your normal standard trial deck, 50 cards inside of it. This time around, there will be two sign cards. I know it said 7 Deadly Sins. There was only one. This one has two. It would be Hestia and Ice. Pretty obvious that was going to happen because two girls. I think that was great. We don't want to see Belle in there. We got our two ladies. Booster pack we have here is your normal version of a booster box. It's got of a set. Anyways, you have 100 cards and 35 parallels. It kind of weirded me out that I saw the word planned. I haven't looked at a lot of these in JP, so I don't know if this ever happens to change. Right, from 35 planned to let's just make 70 because it would be fun. But anyways, we got 6 sign cards, and these sign cards have these characters. So we got Hestia again, and we have Ice. Again, they're both the trial deck and booster box. We got Belle. He is our main hero. And we got Lily, Rue, and Ina. So that will be our sixth. I'm actually surprised by Wiene in here. I felt like there should be another character, but I'm good with it. I think they're all fun characters, and I think they'll be really cool to see in SP form. Okay. So, what I want to talk about here is leading up to my video tomorrow. So, again, I think it's really cool that they are coming out with this. I don't believe that, well, actually, I do. I believe there is going to be an English version of this set coming. It's too popular of an anime. Let's just go back here because I always take a look. Let's take a look at this anime. This anime is a 68 popularity, 1.2 million people ranked. I have no idea what these ranking actually is, but overall, it's a pretty solid show. I think Sword Art Online has similar numbers. I could be wrong. I didn't check, but let's just see what I come out with. Okay, got a lot more. It's more like a Sword Art Online too. How about that? But overall, it's going to be a pretty popular show, and I can't imagine it not coming out to English. So, again, why I don't buy JP sets is because I don't really feel like losing money. You know, buying a JP set, having to deal with playing with it. I know people can play with Japanese cards, but for me, it's just a heck of a lot easier if I can read it without getting translations and explaining it to people. It's just way easier. Because again, I don't play in a store. I don't have a store. I play with family, and it's just a heck of a lot easier to do that. Okay, so for me personally, not picking up JP, I don't. We know the English version holds more value. If I'm on a limited budget, I'm gonna buy the English version whenever that comes out, and hopefully it does come out. So with that said, what I'm going to show you next is this Bushiroad Global Online Store, because we know right now, right? If you wanted to buy those Japanese cards that come out in November, there are plenty of stores that'll do it. There's plenty of physical stores that have it. There are online stores that have it. And then there's people that sell it on Facebook. So plenty of places to pick it up. What I saw this week is on the Bushiroad Global Online Store. This menu has grown quite extensively from where it first started. I think when it first started, it was 5. And even then, Love Live had like one thing underneath it. But now, again, there is a Weiss Schwarz section. And in this Weiss Schwarz section, they added this. Here we are. We have Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon trial deck pre-order. 22 bucks. $22 will get you one of these trial decks, and a display, which again is 6, is $132. And there is no discount for buying 6. Like if you do the math, it's exactly the same. So you don't get a discount, and it is available. The thing that actually kind of threw me off here was this sentence. Let me zoom in on it for you. Please note, there is a possibility that we may not get enough stock for this product. As such, orders may be canceled and refunded. That threw me off when I read that, just because I just read this and it said foiled stamp autograph card SP1 type. I think they mean 2. But anyways, sorry for my pause there. I just saw that number up there. But anyways, please note there's a possibility they don't have it. That's really weird to see, right? That the store would be pre-selling these, and there's a possibility that they don't get it. You know, again, I don't doubt the intention that they want to get as much product as they can. If they pre-sell it, they'll do it, but it's really weird that you don't know the amount that you're going to sell. So overall, I think the thing about this Bushiroad Global Online Store is the fact that you don't have to really worry about this competing with stores, because at the $22 price mark, it's more expensive than a lot of places. That's 22 without shipping. Shipping for me was, I bought this voice actor card collection. I bought Ayasa, and I had to pay $8 in shipping, I believe. I had to think about that. I think it was $8. There was no tax. So it would be, this therefore would be 22 plus 8, so $30 for a trial deck. And again, you find a lot of other places that will have this for a lot cheaper. But this is one of the avenues now that product is available in. The other thing that they write down here is here. Only Japanese trial deck will be sold on the online store. They didn't update this either. Sorry, I'm like reading this off for the first time, and I'm like, what's happening here? Only the Japanese version will be of the trial deck will be sold online. They really mean booster boxes can be found at your local card shops below. And this link shouldn't be here either. So there's a few things that need to be fixed on the site. But that's what they're really trying to say. All this time, they don't actually sell. Let me, this was not what I wanted to talk about, actually. Like I'm not trying to spot these errors, but now that I'm seeing it, I might as well take a look. There was a message that said you can't get booster boxes. So let me look one more place. Let me just try new, or I need featured. Okay, what's this lady say? Yes, there we go. See, I guess they copy and pasted from before. The trial deck will be sold online. Booster pack supply sets can be found at your local card shops. So they didn't proofread the message. They just basically used the template on this thing that said Japanese trial decks. But anyways, going back to my original point, you can find this stuff out there. It's a lot cheaper other places. This place, Bushy Road Global Online Store has it, and booster boxes will have to be bought through actual other sellers, not through them. And with that in mind, that will be my very next video. Again, it's more of a philosophical one. I'm going to do it after I hit stop. I'm going to just hit record again, just so you know. So I haven't had a lot of time to think over all the questions I'm about to ask. I don't have a lot of answers. It's one of those ones that I feel like we can talk about, and what you think as a community should be the actual direction of this store. That said, I'm excited for DanMachi. I hope it comes sooner to English than, like right now with our releases. Let me see. Bring up this schedule. Right, schedule. Okay, so if we have this, we know this is January. I didn't update this yet. Ooh. January, Feb, March, April. Again, nobody knows outside of this one, nobody knows these three, but we're looking at April is where our last announced set is going to be at. So that means if DanMachi actually makes it to English, we could see it as early as May. And I'm going to hold out hope. I'm going to assume right now that DanMachi shows up here. Let's just go with May. I feel like it's a possibility. And I will be really pumped because I like that show. I don't know if it's going to be as awesome as some of the other sets that are coming out, as in, does it beat a Sword Art Online? Not so sure about that. Does it beat, I guess, Fate in terms of popularity? I don't know that. But it definitely will probably do better than Mushoku. I know you'll hate that I say that, but I believe it'll probably do better than Mushoku. It's definitely not going to beat Hololive. But anyways, I think it's coming. I'm not going to buy any of the JP cards. And I'll see you on the next video.